Look who's here. Brand spanking new millionaire in the building. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Does the reality of it live up to the expectation that you had pre-fight?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's sunk in properly yet. People are saying how do you feel? And I'm like, I'm not really surprised because I knew I was going to win it. I believe in myself and I know what I'm capable of. But at the same time, I don't think it's actually sunk in yet. Me and my brother were looking at each other before and we were like, $1 million is going to hit your bank account very soon. I was like, yeah, wow. It's not sunk in now.
It will.
It will.
Maybe on the plane back,
Yeah.
it'll start to sink in. I remember an interview that you did, or it was a social media post actually, about 18 months ago, and you were talking about car insurance and shopping around for that, and it being an absolute nightmare.
You're still going to see stuff like that.
I think you're going to be all right though, mate.
No, but you'll still see me moaning about the prices going high and how much my coffee is every day.
Regarding the fight,
Yeah.
you couldn't have had a better performance. I mean, we're talking about a girl there that has challenged the very best in the UFC. Some people think that she's beaten the very best in the UFC. And tonight you systematically was able to break her down, stop her taking you down,
Yeah.
and have your wicked way with her.
Yeah, I think another thing as well is that's somebody that I've looked up to. That's the first person that I feel like I've looked up to and watched in the UFC, and now I've just fought, you know. So for me, it's a very big moment, and I actually feel like I was sat just talking to myself before the fight, and I was like, this doesn't even feel like crazy pressure that I'm fighting for $1 million or a world title. It feels like I'm going in there to beat Santos. It was really strange. Everyone always said to me, don't get too caught up in it being for $1 million and the world title. And I was like, I'm not. I'm going to beat Santos. I'm not going to get this. It was a really strange mentality that I had, but I feel like that's maybe what helped me.
What is that like when your idols become your rivals, they call it, don't they? And that's kind of the moment that you just had then.
Basically, yeah. That's probably the first taste of it. Like I said, it's the first person that I've looked, I've thought is an amazing fighter and I've had to face. So a big step up in confidence for me as well now, just like you said, doing what I just did to her in 2 rounds. She's never been stopped before, so it's a big moment for me, yeah.
Can you please tell me that your mum's now relaxed and chilled? We've been in the fighter hotel all week and she's been a little bit on edge. I mean, understandably slow. It's a little girl doing her thing, even though she's got history as an elite fighter herself. She knows it from that point of view too. Is she chilled now? Is she okay?
Well, do you know what? It's the first time I've seen her a little bit flustered and stuff like that. But she actually came into my my warm-up room before I went out, and she was watching me train. And afterwards, she said to me that she went back out and she was like, "Yeah, she's going to be fine." It's the first time she's seen me train or hit pads or anything for weeks and weeks, because obviously I'm in America now. She was like, "I've never seen you that sharp at all." I was like, "What the hell?" So I think give her a little bit of confidence, and then she chilled a little bit after that.
You told me a little fib this week as well, because I asked you about the celebration, right?
I didn't want to tell you what I wanted to do.
Listen, that lipstick was in there quick, mate. Where were you keeping it?
In my brother's pocket. we were I've always got a celebration, but it just wasn't a football one this time.
Fair play to you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to have my little moment, and that was it.
It was very. I think it'll go down as one of the iconic moments of the
I
PL
just had a
season.
little bit more attitude. She just kind of put it on like that, and I was like.
Now listen, if Erling Haaland rocks up at Anfield tomorrow and does the exact same thing with a lipstick, we're coming for you.
Listen, I'm retiring if Haaland does that.
What's the next 24, 48 hours look like? Are you staying on in Saudi Arabia for a bit? You told me this week that you're going back to Florida first before you come home.
Yeah, I'm heading back to Florida on Sunday, but tomorrow I want to I always have an extra day where I'm fighting so that I can experience different places. I feel like that's something I'm very lucky to do, go different places and fight. So yeah, I'll be around with the family and friends that have come over from England, and then I'll go back to Florida and kind of get back to normal life.
You're going to get questions about what's next.
Yeah.
You've just completed a first season. Are you going to go back to back, or is it still up in the air that you're going to have those conversations? Because you know what's going to happen. There's going to be loads of people online now going, we want to see this kid do this and this and this. So what does Dakota Ditcheva want to do?
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't spoke about it too much yet with PFL. I think it's difficult because for me, I've just beat the top girl that there is out there. So if you put me back in a tournament, I'm going to get more stick for fighting the same girls and people at a lower level. So does it make sense to do that with someone that's I feel like I bring in a lot of attention and stuff like that, so I feel maybe a super fight might suit a little bit better, but then is anyone going to watch the season without me in it? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Yeah.
Enjoy this moment. Do you want a little word for the friends and family that are obviously, you just mentioned your brother there. I know that he's looking at, well, we should get him in on the interview, but there's been a lot of work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's been a long time to get to this point. I mentioned your mum a moment or two ago with her career. Your brother's obviously in your corner, constantly working on the work that you're putting in. There's a lot of work that goes into the finished product that we see this evening.
There is, and what you saw tonight, that striking, is down literally to my brother. I couldn't do it without him. A lot of the things, we'll probably put some videos together now from training and then the fight. We've already been looking at it and like, you were literally working that and this, and you'll see it's literally like his brain, but me doing it in the cage. So I couldn't do it without him. An American top team is just an unreal team, and I just feel very blessed to be there. But this is just the beginning. It's like I've got so much more to give. I'm only 26 as well, so wait until me and my team get back in the gym, we start cooking again.
Can't wait. Listen,
Thank you so
if you take that off before Christmas, we're going to be disappointed. You've got to wear it everywhere you go now.
Hell yeah.
All right?
Hell yeah, don't you worry about that. I'm walking through the airport like this, me.